Massive breaking news here at Occupy Democrats on the gift that just keeps on giving Donald Trump severe headaches, and that's the Epstein files. And oh my goodness, it just went to a new level today. You have got to see this breaking story. I'm going to show it to you in a few seconds because that weird persnickety thing called proof is really just a pain in the butt. And when you have the actual evidence of names that exist, whoopsie poop, and that's where we're at. I'm going to show it to you in a few seconds. Here's Ghislaine Maxwell in her recent interview talking about when she maybe met the Trumps, and this is the key to the Epstein thing, is it goes all the way back to 1990-91. Check this sound out real quick.
Met Mr. Epstein in 1991, and I had also been working for my father at the time in 1990. There was no escaping, as it were, to work for him. So in 1990, I had come over to New York, and in fact, I may have met Donald Trump at that time because my father was friendly with him and liked him very much. And I think it should be said that he also very much liked Ivanka because she was also from Czechoslovakia.
And of course, by chance, if you missed it, all of the survivors that came together over on Capitol Hill got together, and they will tell you, we have the names. We're going to make our own list. This.
Well, it was a big day in the House Epstein investigation. The Oversight Committee will begin receiving documents from the Epstein estate, and this week, estate lawyers will also allow staffers to view unredacted versions.
I would like to announce here today, us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now, together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know.
But in this breaking story, the Epstein estate just handed over the birthday book that has what inside of it? Ooh, a little black book. And in that black book is a couple of names that are really close to Donald Trump. Uh-oh. Oh, I know. Donald Trump will just say, hey, we were pals, we were friends. My wife Ivanka just hung out some with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. Here it is. Breaking news. Ivanka Trump and her mother are in Epstein's little black book. Report. Fallout continues for President Donald Trump and the scandal surrounding convicted ex-abuser Jeffrey Epstein and the ongoing efforts to expose the files around the Justice Department's investigation. Some of those are leading to shock as new names are popping up, like Ivanka Trump and her late mother, Ivana. While the DOJ has slowly begun handing over micro-fragments of the gigabyte of data to the House Oversight and Reform Committee, little is being found that is new. What is, however, is causing quakes through the political world. On Wednesday, the members will see some information from the Epstein estate. All of it will be uncensored, including all of the names. Among the findings is the so-called birthday book, which included messages from notable people, some of which included references to Epstein's obsession with young women. Another new item is the so-called little black book. These aren't people who were listed as clients. Rather, it was Epstein's phone address book. The Independent reported that the book has hundreds of names, some of which were circled and some titled Massage, with locations like Paris and Island. Those circled were people like attorney Alan Dershowitz and billionaire Les Wexner. Trump's late ex-wife Ivana is also on the list, as well as Trump's daughter Ivanka. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Julie Sirkin told MSNBC's Ana Cabrera on Wednesday that the estate is not expected to turn over any additional documents. Legal analyst Lisa Rubin mentioned the black book during the panel discussion and on screen flashed the image of the two Trump women in it.
But 238 of them in particular are of central importance here. That's the birthday book. Of course, that production also includes things like flight logs, the infamous black book, some Epstein's prior will and testament, but really the bulk of this production is the birthday book, which was not heavily redacted, but features a decent number of redactions to protect the identities of known and potential victims, but also protect their likenesses. And I suspect that later today, we will potentially hear from members of the committee and or their staffs some generalized descriptions of what they saw. Of course, I don't expect that any of them will talk to reporters, including NBC or MSNBC, about the names of people. That is what they are trying to protect against. But will we have a better sense sense of what we didn't see in a categorical way, I suspect that we will.
And of course, Ivana accidentally fell downstairs and died, and Trump buried her at his golf course to call it a cemetery and save on the tax breaks. I mean, this is a man who's so depraved, you can't even guess what he may or may not do yet in the name of quote-unquote money. But the bottom line is, way back in the day, way prior to Melania, oh yeah, Ghislaine's father knew the Trumps because it's all about business and fun. And Ghislaine Maxwell met Ivana, and Ivana and Ghislaine and the whole nine all starting to come together because of what we like to call the Little Black Book. Donald, just so you know, the skeletons are banging on the door and they're coming out of the closet, and you might want to prepare yourself for being mummified. In the meantime, you guys stay frosty.